tough week for you, Chris. It's been tough since the midterm elections. No? Are you not taking it personally?
Life goes on.
Life goes on. What was that first day like back at the office? Was Ed Schultz up on top of top of the rock, talking off the ledge?
No, look, I mean, everyone's a professional, right? You understand that, like, everyone that works in that building understands that politics are politics. Like, you know, people win, they lose. The mood of the country sort of swings back and forth, and I always sort of think back to these sort of big Titanic fights that we think about. You know, Seneca Falls happens 40 years before women get the right to vote. It's a long time. I mean, now we think of it. Well,
now we don't think of it.
No, we don't think.
No one knows what Seneca Falls is.
Right. Seneca Falls. Footnote.
I do because I was there. We were in Seneca Falls. I remember that.
We were there.
Seneca Falls is an iconic conference of the sort of founding first wave feminist movement. People,
Yeah. All I remember is they had a great slice of blueberry pie at a diner downtown in Seneca Falls, New York.
Scott and I drove around New York State.
Yeah.
There you go. So the point is that things take time. Good blueberry pie in Seneca Falls. That was the point. Things take time, and there's lots of it's like the old Paula Abdul song: 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Chris, Senator Imhoff thinks that God will save us from climate change. I mean, I heard that, and we have problems.
Yeah, and yet at the same time, you know, last night at 11:30, I was watching my television, watching the President of the United States with the President of China announcing what was genuinely unexpected and amazing, that the two biggest emitters in the world, responsible for 40% of carbon emissions, or I should say greenhouse gas emissions, announcing a pact between the two countries. And you know,
I think it's going to mean so you think it's going to stand.
Senator Imhoff isn't in China; he's in this country.
Right. No, that's true. But Senator Imhoff is. I remain optimistic. Senator Imhoff's a problem. I mean, look, it was a bad night for a whole set of principles that I kind of feel myself committed to.
Yeah. We were counting on you. We were counting on MSNBC to
like
turn the tide. You know what I mean?
I failed.
Not just you, everybody, the whole network.
We all failed.
But it looks like we got a whole new batch of right-wing crazies now to have fun with. Joni Ernst, this is going to be fun. Bachman's out, Ernst is in.
Joni Ernst is something else, yes. Did everyone see the hog castration commercial? So for those of you who did not see it, Joni Ernst had by far the best campaign commercial of the cycle. She announced herself in this crowded primary field in Iowa by saying, "I grew up on a farm castrating hogs, so I know how to cut pork." Honest to God, great ad. And then she talks about Joni Ernst, blah blah. And the last line is, "So like when I get to Washington, I'm really gonna make them squeal."
Make them squeal.
It was a fantastic ad, but
it means nothing. It's meaningless, but she won.
She has completely wacko views. She has, she's a very hardcore right-wing Tea Party conservative. She's going to be part of a growing caucus of people in that Senate that hold to what to me are pretty wrong-headed views. But it's going to be a really interesting 2 years in some ways. I think the way that Barack Obama has reacted to it in the last few days has given me hope that there's going to be a really fascinating drama play out in the next 2 years.